Good evening. The pot and psychedelic cult, whatever else it may be, is new and different. Unlike the nihilist beatniks of a few years back, today's LSD cultists say that they are turned on.
See a man become a tree. The weird world of LSD.
The psychedelic people are the historic pattern of dope addiction.
10:18 p.m. Bill and I drove up to the address given us by the two girls. It was in the Hollywood Hills. It was an old house that had seen better days.
Psychedelic head drugs. LSD, marijuana, and hashish.
Marijuana is the flame, heroin is the fuse, LSD is the bomb.
These head drugs are not physically addictive, as are such body drugs as
We were talking about marijuana.
I first dropped acid when I was 18. I was over at these people's house one night.
We were talking about marijuana.
This guy I went to school with was over there and asked me if I wanted to try some acid.
lysergic acid diethylamide.
I had read about it in the newspapers, so I was curious. I was pretty jacked up on marijuana, so I decided to try it, and I dropped it. I don't know what I was waiting for, a flash or a rush or whatever, but I kept sitting there waiting, and nothing was happening. So I got up and then went to the dressing room, put on a pair of pink capris and a green and brown blouse. I thought the colors were beautiful.
Marijuana is the flame, heroin is the fuse, LSD is the bomb.
Marijuana is also a psychedelic drug. People live a real mind-bending trip. Peyote, about 130 times as potent as mescaline. DMT, so much more potent than the others. STP, an 8 to 12 hour trip. Mescaline, potent as marijuana. Psilocybin, the lethal dose, would kill 20 people. Hashish, 50 times as potent as this aspirin tablet. This is LSD.
Marijuana is the flame, heroin is the fuse, LSD is the bomb. Marijuana is the flame.
So we tripped.
Heroin is the fuse.
So we tripped.
LSD is the bomb.
This is LSD.
So we We tripped down to Market Street, and I decided to buy a hot dog. Tripped down to Market Street, and I decided to buy a hot dog. I was very hungry, and I had put mustard and ketchup and relish in it. I was very hungry, and I put the hot dog up to my mouth, ketchup and relish. Somebody started screaming. I put the hot dog up to my mouth. Somebody started screaming. I didn't know what was happening, so I looked up at my friend Terry and said, I didn't know what was happening, so I looked up at my friend Terry and said, he said, did you hear that? Didn't you hear someone scream? I got the hot dog up to my mouth again, and I was ready to bite, and the scream got louder, and it hit me. Ready to bite, and the scream got louder, it hit me.
You scream.
And it hit me.
Marijuana is the
And
flame.
it hit me.
Heroin is the fuse.
And it hit me.
LSD is the bomb.
There is no motion.
The bomb.
There is no sound.
The bomb.
You are in the eternal blackness.
Marijuana is the flame.
Time.
Heroin is the fuse.
Space.
LSD is
LSD is micrograms
Down on LSD.
Gone an acid trip.
of LSD.
LSD is the bomb.
Really cool when you get it. The setting's just right. You're not uptight or paranoid about getting busted.
Use LSD is the bomb.
LSD?
The bomb.
Open your mind. Drop some acid. Acid, dummy. LSD.
LSD is the bomb.
LSD won't kill my chromosomes.
The bomb.
And it hit me. No, it couldn't be. And I looked down at the hot dog, and there was a face on it.
You move, but there is no motion. You scream.
Eyes, nose, a mouth.
There is no
I had put
sound.
the ketchup to where it looked like his hair.
You are in the eternal blackness.
And he
Time
started telling me that I couldn't
and
eat it.
space and feelings unreal.
He had a wife and 7 kids at home to support. And I stood there with this hot dog and asked Terry, do you know this hot dog is talking to me? And he says, nah, let's get out of here. He thought I was just faking. And I told him, look at the thing, he's got a face, and he's screaming. And the guy finally looked over and he got on the same trip that I was on. And we sat there carrying on a conversation with that hot dog. Finally, I decided I was just hallucinating, so I put it in my mouth and bit down. Eyes, nose, mouth, eyes, nose, a mouse. It screamed so loud that you could hear it all over town, so I had to throw it on the ground and step on it. And it hit me, and I was jumping on this hot dog in the middle of Market Street. Jumping on this hot dog, and I was jumping on this hot dog in the middle of Market Street.
You may sell that jazz to another pothead, but not to somebody who spends most of their time holding some sick kid's head while he vomits and retches sitting on a curbstone at 4 o'clock in the morning. And when his knees get enough starch back in him so he can stand up and empty his pockets, you can bet he'll turn out a stick or two of marijuana. And you can double your money he'll be holding a sugar cube or a cap or two. So don't you con me with your mind expansion slop. I deal with kids every day. I try to clean up the mess that people like you make out of them. I'm the expert here. You're not.
Look at that, Joe. I passed it there to turn them on for years. Must be at least 100 caps.
Smoking grass, popping bennies, shooting speed, or dropping acid. Smoking grass, popping bennies, shooting speed, or dropping acid.
Marijuana. All right, hold it down. Quiet. Police officers, you're under arrest.
Hold it. Stay right where you are. Freeze!
And I stood there with this hot dog and asked Terry, "Do you know this hot dog is talking to me?" And he says, "Nah, let's get out of here."
You decide.